Alright, y'all. It is a beautiful day here in Orange Heights, Florida. Nice and cool. Sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. I would be hopping right on top of the houseboat to get to work right now, but I gotta take our pontoon boat down to have its yearly service where they changed out the impeller and the oil and all that stuff. That's all stuff I could do, but heck, it's under warranty. Or basically, if I pay them to do it, it keeps me good in Mercury's eyes as far as my warranty is concerned, because that way I've got a paper trail saying I brought it in for the maintenance when I was supposed to. So that's why I let them do it. But hell, I've not even unloaded the back of the truck from when we went camping last weekend. But if y'all are ever down in the Salt Springs or Silver Glen area in Florida and you see the black pontoon boat all for the nookie, y'all need to come over and party with us. Before I get on the road, I wanted to show you something. Oh, don't look at that dent. But figured y'all would get a kick out of this. Liquor dispenser made by Sidebar. Put it on, I don't know, a few seasons ago. It's pretty cool. You can adjust each button from 2-ounce shots to continuous flow. There's behind the scenes, there behind this compartment, there's a little pump unit, and it's got one pump for each button. I've got them all opened up full blast, but but anyway. And in between boat trips, I keep bleach water in it. So let's see, I'll give a little demonstration. Turn it on. Let's hit the one that says rum. It must be getting low on water. I come out here periodically and hit the buttons to get fresh bleach water up through all the little lines. But anyway, it's a hit. Everywhere we go, people love it. Ah, that one's blowing air. Anyway, figured I'd show you that. Fixing to hop on the road, get on down to Ocala. Oh yeah, we're fucked up yacht club. Get on down to Ocala, drop this thing off, and then I'm going to come back and get on top of that houseboat and start doing some fiberglass work. So y'all stick with me. Mr. Wiggy says hi, y'all. Alright, my in-laws is out of here. I got a buddy coming by that's got today off that he's dying to see this thing, so I just left it out so he can ride it. So anyway, I'm going to get busy on this houseboat. I'm obviously not going to get as much done today as I thought I was. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to concentrate on just this front deck right here. It's already partially sanded. I'm just going to finish sanding the rest of it up here, and I'm going to mix up my gel coat, and you know, that'll kind of retrain my brain how much gel coat I need to, you know, put in the little bucket and hardener to add to it and all that, and I'll figure it out on this front deck. That way when I jump to the bigger decks and the back deck, I already know the measurements and amount and crap like that in my head. So I'm going to concentrate on this front deck today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here. I'm going to clean this underneath side where all these holes are. I guess spray it with some bleach spray or something and try to get that brownish stuff off there, and put some of that aluminum tape over those holes. And then I'm going to make a peanut butter concoction, which one of my subscribers commented in the comment section whenever I was showing y'all that I got the crane off, whatever video that was where I got the crane off and I was showing y'all I took the bolts out and all that crap. I was sitting there thinking, well, I don't know how I'm going to fill these holes. Am I going to put resin in it? Am I going to put great stuff caulking in it, or whatever? And then I wish I remembered the guy's name. I should have looked up his name before I just started mouthing off about what I'm going to do. So anyway, whoever it was that suggested that I fill it with the peanut butter concoction, that was such an obvious thing for me to do. I appreciate you mentioning that, and I'm going to use your suggestion. I'm going to mix up the peanut butter stuff, and I'm thinking I could take a Ziploc bag and cut the corner out of a Ziploc bag, kind of make it like a pastry chef bag, how they put icing on a cake, you know what I'm talking about? And I'll aluminum tape the holes on the underneath side, and I'll get up on the top side, And I'll use, oh, there's my buddy Josh. And I'll get up on the top and squeeze the peanut butter stuff out of the bag into all the holes. And then I'll let that cure overnight. And that'll be the last thing I do. I'm gonna do the front deck and then jump back here to do that. And I'll show y'all that whole process. But all right, I'm gonna let my buddy Josh ride my hoop now. Woo! All right, spraying damn some kind of lemon scent all-purpose shit on here for hopefully to get all this brown stuff off. Maybe it can eat away at that while I'm doing the sanding and stuff on that front deck. Maybe it'll work its magic while I'm working up there. I'll try to clean all that up and then put that 500-mile-an-hour tape over them holes. All right, here we go, starting on the front deck. I just got to do, I need to unbolt the hatch. What is holding the hatch in?
Looks like some Phillips head screws we can get on the back side of them hinges right there.
They all rusted up?
No, they probably come out.
Alright, I'm going to, where is my Phillips? I think I got one in the boat. Yeah. Had to stand up for a minute, rest my back. But actually it cleaned up pretty good around the hatch. I mean, the screws that I had to grind off are brass screws, so they're ground off flush with the surface there. I'm just going to go over it. Like I told y'all in an earlier video, I'm polishing a turd pretty much, you know. I'm building a Timex, not a Rolex, so I'm just going to gel coat over that. The brass screw will keep the hole plugged right there. The gel coat is sealed over top of the brass screw. I just got to make sure whenever I put the new stainless steel or brass hinges on the back of this hatch, I just got to make sure I don't try to screw into the same place where a screw is ground off under. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Blowjob time. All right, y'all, sanded it down, gave her a good BJ. Now I need to mix up a little baby cup of resin and fill little tiny holes like that up here. Then when that cures, I'm going to sand the top of those holes. Then I'm going to take a break. And then when I come back from break, I'm going to get all my gel coat stuff and start laying gel coat on this front deck right here. I got the lid off, the hatch cover off. The hatch cover's laying back there. I'm gonna have to make some repairs on that hatch cover, get new brass or stainless steel hinges, get new little arms that holds it up when you pop the hatch open. But I'll get this gel coated tonight, and then I'll lay the hatch over it if I think it's gonna rain. I don't think it's gonna rain. Look at that sky, freaking beautiful. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Oh, true. But all right, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, y'all, I got a little baby cup of resin, got my MEK, a paintbrush, and my mixing drill, and I am fixing to fill little voids like this and these screw holes with resin. There ain't a whole bunch up here. There might be half a dozen up here, maybe, right in here. Fill up this where this latch was, fill it up, and then when that kicks off, then I'll grind that smooth. And then this thing, I'm going to I bought a brand new jug of acetone, and then I'm going to go in the kitchen drawer, grab one of my wife's dish towels, don't tell her, and I'm going to pour acetone all over the dish towel and wipe this whole area clean. And then I'm going to we're gonna see about mixing that, turning that white gel cut gray with those little syringe things I got. So wish me luck here. Alright, got all that resin painted on and poured in the little holes here, holes along here, all that back hatch where them hinges were, and the holes where those latches were that held the little arms were that held the hatch up, and holes right here. So I mixed that MEK pretty heavy in there, so it should kick off relatively quickly. So I'm going to go inside, take me a little break in the air conditioner, come on back out, lightly sand this, and wipe all this down with acetone, and then we'll figure out the mixture for making gray gel coat. Look who I caught being lazy. Oh, you ain't got to get up. Look where he puts his nose against the door all the time. Little fat baby, you want some snacky snacks? We'll get you some snacky snacks. Here you go. He loves him some corn pops. Alright, got the white gel coat, got the black pigment. This is 4 ounces of pigment. And I think the fiberglass lady said if I mix 1 ounce of this into a gallon, it would make it gray. Which don't seem like a whole lot to me, but I don't know, maybe this is some super turbocharged black stuff or something. So, and I googled how many milliliters is in an ounce, and it said 30 milliliters roughly is an ounce. So I would need 3 of these tubes, but that just seems like a lot to me. So we're just gonna, we'll do it 1 tube at a time and see what we come up with. I don't know if I could do this one-handed. Alright, there's 10 milliliters plus whatever's on the tip there. We'll do 10 for the first one. Let me mix that. Yeah, I don't know, I just did one of them syringes and it did turn it gray. It's I think I'm gonna do a half of I did 10 milliliters. I think I'm going to put in 5 more, see what that does me, but that definitely turned it gray. Alright, that's 5 more milliliters in there. And 5 more again for a total of 20. I think that's going to be it. Well, if 30 milliliters equals 1 ounce, that thing's supposed to have 4 ounces in it. And I don't know, I think there's some math wrong somewhere. Math is probably wrong on my end. but I swear everything I look up for what 1 ounce equals, it says 30 milliliters. So I might have to go back and get another one of those. But I'm kind of liking this gray right here. So 2 syringes to 1, or I guess I could say 20 milliliters to 1 gallon will get the gray that I like. Alright, I don't know if y'all could tell, but the paint on the bottom of the lid is what was on the bottom of the lid when I opened the can. That's white. And then in the 1 gallon jug now is gray. And you can see the gray splatters from my little mixer drill slinging gel coat everywhere. See the gray on the white. So it's definitely a color change. And I think that's the tint that I like. 2 syringes of 10 milliliters each syringe gets the gray. So, alright, now I need to acetone the roof off and get my little paint trays, and I think I need to tape up some trim on the side of the boat, and then I'll start laying this on. And we'll at least get this front roof deck done. today. And I'm gonna try to go back to the very back outside, up that ladder where that crane used to be mounted, and do the peanut butter in the holes up there. Alright, y'all, it's that time. I got stuff taped off, like wood trim that I don't want gel coat on, but all this will be gray gel coat. The roof, the front roof will be gray gel coat up into the, I taped that face there blue. That's that kind of like 45-degree angle face that goes up to the top deck. I want that to be white when it's all said and done. So I taped that off, and I don't think I really needed to tape it off. I just kind of want, when all the gel coat's done, I want to rip it off and see a nice crisp line there between new and old. So that's kind of the reason I did that. And I got the front side cap taped off. So I'll be painting the gray right up to this line, and then I'll be able to rip all this tape off when it's all said and done. And then when I go to paint this side cap, I think I'm doing it a dark blue, I will paint the gray, I will tape the gray up to that line, put tape here on the gray, and then I'll be able to paint the dark blue without the blue getting on the gray. But yep, I got both sides taped off, and we'll rip that off when it's all said and done and have a nice line there, hopefully, to show y'all. But alright, I'm fixing to get my rubber gloves on and pour that gray gel coat into one of them buckets and add MEK, mix it up, and start paint brushing it on and rolling it on. So, alright, wish me luck. Alright, check it out. There's coat number 1. Not too shabby. I mixed way more gel coat than I needed. I'll mix about half. I think I'd mix 32 ounces. I'll mix about, I don't know, 24 ounces maybe on the next batch. But one of the first things I noticed is, look right there. I did a bad job sanding right there. Didn't notice it before the gel coat, but when the gel coat's on here, you can dang sure notice it. But other than that, I'm happy. So what you do, the way I've done the last couple pontoon boat decks, is you wait till the first coat is tacky, where you touch it somewhere nobody will see. You touch it with your finger and it's got to feel tacky, but when you pull your finger away, there's no gel coat on your finger, and that's when you know it's time for the next coat. But as I've said before, do not get your fiberglass and gel coat information from me, because I'm sure there's professional fiberglass and gel coat guys out there going, what in the hell is that guy talking about? He's not got a damn clue. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let this tack up, go get me a glass of tea, and get ready, lay all my stuff out ready for the next coat. Alright, the front roof is taking forever to get tacky. It's just now getting tacky, and it's been a damn hour. But so then I looked on the side of the can. I'm like, you know what, I bet you I didn't put enough MEK in it. Sure enough, I put about half the amount of MEK in it that I should have. So it's taking forever to harden up. But so what I did in the meantime is I come here, put the 500 mile an hour tape on them holes like I was telling y'all about. And now I'm fixing to make me up a batch of peanut butter and mix it up, add the hardener to it, and then I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut the corners off of these Ziploc bags to kind of make them like pastry chef icing bags. And I'm going to put the peanut butter in these bags, and then hopefully I can squeeze it out, poop it out into the holes up there on the roof. So we'll see if that works, or whether I just make a big giant mess and a Ziploc bag melts all over the place and stuff I gotta clean up. Alright, y'all, the cutting the corner out of the Ziploc bag thing didn't work. It was a massive failure. But anyway, it squirted out of the bag just fine. It just was too big. I guess I cut the corner too big for it to squirt down into the hole. So I just kind of squirted it out on top of it, kind of like a hamburger patty, and just kept pushing it into the hole until it filled all the holes up. Then I took a paint scraper, scraped all the excess, that way I wouldn't have a ton of stuff to sand. And tomorrow, or yeah, I guess maybe tomorrow, I'll get out here and sand this. And I think maybe some of the holes might fall a little bit shy from being up flush to the top, and at that point I'll just mix up a cup of resin and I'll top off each hole with a cup of resin, being that the peanut butter will be underneath it. I think I'll be able to top it off with resin, then let the resin kick off, then sand the resin smooth, and then that'll be the problem solved with the holes on the top anyway. Then I guess I'll have to peel all the tape off the bottom and see what the peanut butter looks like where it comes up and meets the tape, if it even does come down and meet the tape. I'm hoping it does, but I don't know. Maybe it fell shy too, and then I'll be figuring out something else to do down here. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Alright, y'all, I guess I'm just gonna get one coat on it for today. Hopefully when I come out tomorrow it'll be dry. It's just about tacky and dry in some places, like right there, tacky, but nothing comes back on my finger. But in other places it'll be tacky and gel coat will come off on my finger. So the sun's about to go down over the horizon, and you know, it's starting to get moisture in there and get cool, so it ain't gonna dry this evening. And that's my fault, because I mixed half the amount of MEK in it that I should have. But I'll get out here tomorrow and I'll give it a light sanding, and then I'll get the next coats on with the sun beating down on it, and I'll get these coats on here tomorrow if the rain holds out. My buddy told me it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So got one coat on the front, and I've got the 500 mile-an-hour tape on the back, and the holes filled with peanut butter. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be getting more coats on here, and the final coat will have the grip sand in it, where you can walk on it and it'll be wet, and you can, like, if it's wet and you're walking on it, you won't slip and fall. And I will sand down the peanut butter that's sticking out some of the holes back there, sand all that stuff flush or below, and then mix up a cup of resin and top off each one of those holes with resin. And then when the resin dries, then I can sand it down to surface level and finish that back deck. So alright, so I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Sorry I didn't get as much done as I hoped, but every little thing I do is one step closer to spending the night on this thing at the Springs. And thank y'all very much for hanging in there with me. I know I ramble on and yak and all that kind of stuff, but I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. So y'all be safe out there, and hopefully I'll be making another video tomorrow.